Everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Carrie. If you're new here, thanks for clicking in. If you're new here, you're probably wondering what this is because you were expecting a crafting video. Sometimes I refer to them as chatting with Carrie. Sometimes I refer to them as checking in with Carrie. If you are returning, then you know you've seen one of these before. I just like to do these every once in a while to check in with you guys, give you updates on the channel and things that are going on in my life. Because why not? The last one I did was in January. I think it was like right after the new year. And it's been a while since I've done that. And I think that one I call checking in with Carrie. And if you saw that video, if you haven't, you can go back and watch it. If you saw that video, then you could probably tell that video that I was not doing okay at the beginning of the year. I was pretty down. But we're in May now. This is May 30th. And we're almost halfway through this year, and a lot has changed. There's been a lot of changes from that time to now. No, I'm not, there's no man in my life. I'm still single. That has not changed, unfortunately. Although I do think that we're much closer to it now than we were before. If we're hopefully by the next checking in with Carrie, it'll be to tell you guys that I'm not single. But this is just to tell you guys that a lot has changed from what I talked about in that last video. I did mention to you guys that I could not be out of work for all of 2024, and that I need to get a job. I had mentioned I was going to go back into the pharmacy, and we made that attempt. And we got hired, I think probably a couple of weeks or so, end of January, going into the beginning of February, at a Walgreens. And that did not work out. I worked there, I was employed there for 2 weeks, and they kept taking my schedule away. They wouldn't give me a schedule, and they kept telling me I needed to train. I'm like, well, I can't come in and train until you give me a schedule to come in and train. I don't know, there's something not right with that Walgreens, and no one knows how to hire people. Like, I could have done a better job hiring their employees, and I've never even worked there. I mean, just saying. And I realized that I was there, I was already feeling the pressure to work more than I wanted to when I mentioned about having to, at the time I was having my therapy appointments every other Monday. And I had mentioned to them about, mentioned that to them, and one of the first things the store manager said was, well, we really need people on Mondays. That's our busiest day, so I don't know. And I was like, the minute you start doing that, I'm like, no, this is going to be a problem. Because they're already pressuring me to make shifts in my life where I have already got these things set up, and I haven't even set foot in the pharmacy in a uniform. I almost said costume. Sometimes it feels like that, right? When you're at work and wear a uniform, sometimes it feels like a costume. And worked in the pharmacy. And then of course I took my schedule away and was told by the store manager that the pharmacy manager was going to call me and give me a schedule, and then a week later she never contacted me, and I'm like, I'm employed and I'm not even working. I might as well not even have this job. You're not, and I realized that it was starting to feel like I was going down a very familiar rabbit hole, right? Different field, different hole, but still a rabbit hole. And I was already miserable, and like I said, I hadn't even been in the pharmacy to work yet. So I walked away, handed him back my name badge and said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do this, and walked away. And then in the end of April, very end of April, I can't believe or it's end of March, very end of April. I have no concept of time or space, you guys. I got hired working for Sprouts, which is actually what I wanted, to be honest. I know it sounds weird, as a cashier. When I quit my job at the end of 2022 and had that year off last year and started doing this channel, one of the things I thought that I wanted was I just wanted a job that was a simple job where I had one task, right? My one task is to go in and ring up customers. That's my task for however many hours I'm there, and then I go home. And I only wanted to do it part-time. That way I had the ability to make money and have a bit of an income coming in, and then be able to have time off to make my videos and continue with my craft business, because it's something that I absolutely love and I want to keep going with it. And I didn't really want to be in the pharmacy business. I actually only took that job because I knew other people in my life wanted me to go back to being a technician and utilize my license. But like I said, working 2 weeks or being employed 2 weeks for a Walgreens, told me right away that wasn't going to be for me. That I could already feel myself starting to have the same issues over again that I had before I left writing. So now I work for Sprouts Farmers Market, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's like a farmer's market. It's more like Whole Foods and like health type foods, and it's smaller. It's not like a big conglomerate grocery store like Safeway or Aldi's or anything like that. It's anyway, Google it. But I love it there. I'm very happy there, and I have a great schedule, and I have exactly what I wanted, and I couldn't be happier. So, and it gives me the freedom to keep doing this. And again, I only have the one task. I cashier. That's it. So that happened, and so things will slow down. There may be a gap in the videos. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still trying to acclimate to scheduling and fitting everything in place with not only my crafting business and this channel, but I'm also very active in my church. And that was the other thing that I got lucky with is, being a grocery store means they're open 7 days a week, but I was able to still continue to have Sundays off as I wanted, because that's the Lord's Day, and I won't work on the Lord's Day. So that being said, so like I said, things will slow down, and you will probably see me pulling in more crafts or filming more crafts that are faith related. You've heard me talk about my faith before and talk about God and the Lord. You will hear that more and more because I am a devout Christian, I am a devout Catholic, and God is the main component of my life. I wouldn't be where I am at this moment talking to you on this phone, with the job I have, with everything that's transpired in my life over the last year, almost year and a half, without him. So we got to give him, I have to give him the credit and the glory for all of that. But I'm trying to get more content. I'm worried that I'm going to get to a point where I'm just going to film myself doing the same stuff over and over and over again, because I make those composition notebooks and I love them. But you see me do that 3 or 4, 5, 10 times now. And I don't know if you want to keep seeing me do that. If I come up with new, fresh ideas for doing something to those, then yes. But just covering them with scrapbooking paper, you've seen that. There's like 100 videos of 100 different million other crafters doing the same thing. So I don't want to bore you off my channel. And I think in January when I did this, I may have had something like 200, maybe almost 300 subscribers. And then soon after that video, as we got into the year, it just kind of blew up, and now I'm at 527 subscribers. So thank you. I continue to be blown away by the amount of people who not only subscribe but give me nice comments and constructive criticism and ideas and things going forward, and I love that. So there's that, and I'm not eligible to monetize yet, but I'm getting ever closer to that, you guys, and that's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what else I'll be able to bring to you guys when I become eligible for more stuff as far as earning goes. So yeah, I don't think I have any much else to say. Like I said, I am having trouble coming up with content. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm a human being. I'm having trouble coming up with content. And I got busy. I've been working on a project over the last couple months. I don't know if you can see those containers sitting right back there. These guys on this shelf up here, that are painted with different sea life. They're for Vacation Bible Camp at my church, and they're decor, and I've been painting those, and that was quite the endeavor. Painting all these. These were actually containers that had the little like Meltoy cereal puffs in there for the little toddlers, and I was given these and asked to make them sea life, stuff that you would see. The theme is scuba, stuff that you would see if you were scuba diving. So. And it turns out I'm not actually too bad of a painter. So if you guys want to see me paint stuff, let me know, because apparently I'm pretty good at that. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully you can see, I actually went back and watched my last Chatting with Carrie video. And I could see, I kind of felt like watching that I was somewhere on the verge of tears during that, the way that it seemed to me. And I'm not now. I'm in a really, really good place and really, really happy. Like I said, a lot of stuff has transpired between then and now, as far as like the job, the growth in the channel, and the growth in myself. Like I said, I participate in a lot of church things that have helped me come out of my shell more and more. And I joined a program I'm not sponsored or monetized or anything by her or anything. I'm just going to drop her name because I don't think that I would be where I am and have had the breakthroughs I've had if it wasn't for her. And of course, I would not have found her if God hadn't had someone drop her name in a comment of something I did on Facebook. But I am part of a program called Your Last Year Single. It is founded by a woman named Jackie Dorman. She's a matchmaker, dating coach. She's faith-based, and she's fabulous. Her and her team are fabulous. And that program, when I got that comment, I had made a comment, I think probably in November of last year, about being single and worrying about, you know, my dream of having children getting further and further away the longer God was taking. Someone dropped this comment saying, oh, you should check this woman out. I watched her stuff and it changed my life. Well, I watched her stuff too and joined her program, and it has, in fact, changed my life. And again, I'm not sponsored or anything by her, but I just, you know, I know there's a lot of other people in the world like me, who, you know, men and women like me, who are single, who are waiting for their spirit mate, you know, from God, their kingdom marriage, their godly spouse. And I just want let you know, there are people out there that can help you. And she's, you know, she's one of them. And again, her name was Jackie Dorman. Google her. That's what I did. Her program from the women is Your Last Year Single, and I think the one for the men is called 1822, which I think it's a scripture, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry from which book. If I figured that out, I will put it in the comment or in the description. But since starting that program, it has really changed my life, and I've come to see things in myself that were in my way of being able to, to get to that point. So, no, I'm still not dating. I can tell you guys that the online dating scene is terrible. I think I was on one dating app at the time that I did that last chatting with me, and it wasn't really working out too much. And then now I'm on a couple more, and not really working out too much. I don't get much on the Christian or Catholic ones, and I joined Facebook dating, and I'm going to tell you that there's some weird stuff on that Facebook dating. I don't understand how that quite works. You know, like you put your preferences there, and you don't. Facebook just ignores them, and you put up a bio, and everyone who looks at your profile just ignores it because I put in my bio that I'm looking for someone whose Christian faith is at the forefront of their life, and I get a lot of people who are atheists and agnostic and Muslim, and I'm like, hey, to each their own in your faith, but you and I need to be on the same faith page if we're going to be together, because we just do. We need to be equally yoked. I've seen what it looks like when couples are not, and I don't want that. So, anyway, we'll end that here because this went on a lot longer than I thought, and just want you guys to know I'm doing okay, and that there may be some delays in the channel, but it's not going anywhere. It's still going to be here. Just, give me half a second. Acclimating again to a new job and to kind of coming up with more content. Because I really don't, again, I don't know if I already said this, but I don't want to bore you guys off my channel. So, want to have good stuff for you. So, I appreciate your patience, and I love all you guys, and thank you for your subscriptions and for tuning in and for watching me. I'm well aware of the fact that my normal isn't normal to anyone else, so I'm kind of an unusual person, and I love that about me, and all of the subscribers I have tell me that you love that about me, so that's great. And yeah, so let's just keep going, and I'll check back in maybe with you guys in the fall unless something really spectacular happens, and I can't wait till then. But until then, just remember, I'm just me, crafting for mental health, helping myself and others, one DIY at a time. Bye. See you next video.